Hello, everybody, and welcome to S3 Living's weekly real estate update. This show is an opportunity to discuss what's happened in last week's national market, in our local market of Eastern Montgomery County, Pennsylvania, and then we touch on an interesting piece of housing news from recent days. And as this is new, please leave me a comment or your thoughts on your feedback in the channel, and I'd greatly appreciate it. I'm your host, David Reepstein from S3 Living, and we release these videos every Tuesday, so don't forget to tune in and don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Okay, so what's going on in the inventory for the housing market in this past week? We're going to take a look at it nationally and locally in Eastern Montgomery County. The following is data from Housing Wire and Altos Research, and as you know, if you've been or following the show, inventory is down, has been down for a while, but it could go up in the past couple of weeks. It might even, in the next couple of weeks, it might even get past 600,000. And this is the national inventory outlook. And you can see that the weekly inventory change from March 8th to March 15th, 2024, inventory rose from 500,579 homes to 507,000, an increase of almost 7,000 homes. The same week last year in 2023, inventory rose from 413,000 to 414,000. So obviously we're above that, and hopefully we'll get to the 600,000 mark sometime in the spring market as we run through, maybe even through August. The spring market might last all summer. And just for the record, as according to this chart, the all-time inventory hit the bottom in 2022 with 240,000, and the inventory peak for recent times was in 2023 with 569,000. So we are getting there. We're at 507 for this week. Now let's take a look at the new listings on the market. New listings will be the fastest way that we can increase our total inventory and get a more balanced market for buyers and sellers. The new listings this week, also from a national perspective, we had in 2024, this week, we had 59,542 listings nationally, as compared to last year. This week, we had 41,415, and the year before that, in 2022, we had 54,000. The goal here is to stay above the 2022 market so we can get back to some more regular market scenarios. Now let's take a look at the percentage of homes that have had price cuts. And traditionally, price cuts happen, about a third of the homes that are sold in any given market have had a price cut. And I'll share my screen for one more chart regarding the national inventory. The percentage of homes that were decreased for this week, for this past week, was 31% in 2024 for this week of March. For last week, I should say, for the week of March 8th to March 15th was 31%. In 2023, it was 30%, and in 2022, it was 17%. Homes were really selling quickly in 2022. Major strong market nationally. And again, generally speaking, the price cut information should be about a third of the homes sell with a price cut. And right now we're at 31% nationally. So now let's take a look at the local market, and we'll hopefully have we'll have some very similar statistics for the Eastern Montgomery County market of Pennsylvania. And as you know, this market includes the following school districts: Abington, Cheltenham, Hatboro, Horsham, Jenkintown, Lower Moreland Township, Springfield Township, Upper Dublin, Upper Moreland Township, and Wissahickon. As of March 18th, there were 219 homes available for sale. Let me give you a quick insight into the market that we will see. This is the inside of Bright MLS, and as you can see right here, there are 219 listings available in those 9 school districts, and they're price range from 99,000 to 5.3 million, almost 5.4 million in Lower Gwinnett. So that is actually above the number of listings that were available, or not the number of listings that were available last week. It went from 205 last week to 219. So we're up. This is a good thing for creating a balanced market for sellers and buyers. We're up 7.5% for the week, going from 2005 to 219. And as I said, this is improving news if you're a buyer, and stay tuned for my thoughts of the week regarding regarding the national news that happened in the past week on Friday. Also probably good news for buyers. Now let's take a look at new listings in Eastern Montgomery County. As you can see here, for the week of March 12th through March 18th, we had 38 new listings come onto the market. And then the prior week, there were 11 listings coming onto the market. And as I said, this is the quickest way to get more balance in the market between buyers and sellers. At this time, Bright does not have the opportunity or the ability to see how many listings were sold with a percentage, with a price reduction. So hopefully I can have that for you next week. But we'll reach out to Bright and see how we can offer that to this data. And now let's go to the part of the show that is the most interesting news that happened in the real estate world in the past week. And this is clearly the groundbreaking settlement proposal that the National Association of Realtors put forth in their class action lawsuit. These lawsuits have been going on for quite some time. And on Friday of last week, the National Association of Realtors, NAR, proposed a settlement. And I want to talk about what those settlement changes look like. And it's been national news. I'll share a headline, or the headline from CNN. Stating that the way Americans buy and sell homes is about to get turned on its head. You can see what's interesting here. The TLDR, too little, don't read, something like that. I'm not exactly sure what that means. My children will certainly fill me in when that, and I'll give you an update of what that actually means. But 6 commissions split between the buyer and seller brokers will no longer be the norm. I come to the conclusion that that's actually not the norm now, and that all real estate commissions are negotiable. And in some markets, it's 6%. In some markets, it's more than that. Some markets, it's less than that. But they certainly are going to be fluctuating a little bit as a result of the proposed settlement. Let's get into what was offered by NAR on Friday. There are basically 2 main changes that will take place if the settlement proposals are approved in July. The effect on the real estate world for consumers will not be known until they're placed into effect. But I can tell you, as a real estate agent at S3 Living, we are definitely preparing for some changes. More on that and what will follow in the next couple of days and weeks from S3 Living. But for now, there are 2 changes that will take place in July. There will be no offer of compensation in the MLS between selling agents and buyers agents. That the reason that the proposed settlement takes away that offer of compensation to buyers agents is that if it's removed, then buyers agents will not be able to steer their clients away from real estate listings that offer no commission to buyers agents. Buyers agents, sellers, and listing agents will still be able to offer commission to buyers agents, but it won't be listed in the MLS. It will remain to be seen how that will affect what goes on with respect to buyers and the agency and buyers agents, and how much commission they are able to procure from their clients. And also, the second change that is proposed by NAR is that the buyer agency agreements will have to be in writing, and it will be required that if you are a buyer's agent, you have a buyer's agency that is signed by your buyer. And this is something that is supposed to be in practice today, but it's not actually happening. In most markets, it doesn't happen that much in the Philadelphia market and in Eastern Montgomery County. But my takeaway is that that's good for buyers, as buyers agents will have to clearly delineate what their offering is, and not just rely on the seller's agents to pay for the buyer agency. So stay tuned for more information about the proposed changes and what will happen to you as the real estate consumer. Our goal is to provide as much transparent information as we can get our hands on and give you our opinion about what that means for buyers. So stay tuned, make sure that you subscribe to this channel, and I look forward to seeing you in a week.